What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV, and this is the Friday, the regularly scheduled live broadcast that we're doing every Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is, we're not, look, all right, I need one more week to finally reformat this entire show. One more week, and then we will roll out the new stuff, the new logos, and you know, weird stuff that I have planned for the show. And we're also going to, okay, so that's just give me one more week. But today we're going to be talking about Identity, Beyond Good and Evil 2, a new game called The Cycle, and we'll see where this show takes us. We're going to go ahead and get into the intro, and we'll be right back after this.
Sky high, did I hit a no-fly zone? It's just a bag of weed and me, I'm trying to get home. Oh no, when a Cobra swing on through. So come on and sing the song and the hook goes. Computer YouTube, please, the liquid crystal television. Over clicking the Cobra TV on the HD. My ship is Dusty Burkle's BMW, wrapped around and fastened down. Look at my wooden wings and plastic panels. I'm looking for my homie, but I don't even know if he know I'm looking for him. Foraging oranges and purple forests. No toe in the radio, take a photo and see your tornado unfold before you rip it. Your torso open, black holes open in one hole. Oh no, I suppose I'm an asshole. If so, go tell us.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV. Now we're going to go ahead and get into some news here. Talk a little bit about Identity, The Cycle. I don't know if we got, let me see if I can go ahead and put that on screen. Whoops, I am not in the right screen. Joining me today on the call, we've got Semtex. Semtex, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really well, Cobra. Yeah, thank you. How are you today?
I'm
Hope
doing
you're
good.
Doing well.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. We got Drifting Pirate coming into the chat. Yeah, I'm doing okay. What's up, Infinite Lightning? How you doing, bud? So, guys, I quit smoking.
Good lad. Good lad. Have you found it was it like a decision, a solid decision? I'm done with smoking. What was it that led to it?
Kind of. I love the nicotine. I love, you know, the you know, just the relaxation of, you know, sitting there smoking. But what I didn't like is I didn't like the ash in my lung, the tar and stuff that's in my lung. My lungs felt heavy. I'm coughing a lot, stuff like that. Jack Gall is in the chat. What's up, Jack Gall? How you doing, buddy? But so I didn't really want to give up nicotine. So I decided to go with a vape, but I wanted to spend a good deal of money, make it a good investment, so that way I didn't go back to smoking cigarettes. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you might hear it. I'm going to try my hardest to make it to where you can't hear the vape, but you might hear it a little bit here and there, and I do apologize for that. But it's better than having ash and tar sticking to the walls of my lungs, and I can't run. You know, my kids, they can beat me in races now. That's crazy. We got Painkiller Beats in the chat saying, "Hey, Cobra, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy?" Infinite Lightning says, "Claps really fast." Yeah, congrats, Cobra. Thanks, buddy. And I tell you what, this the vape, it definitely doesn't feel. Like I can start to feel sense a little bit of difference. But you said I'm going to get my smell back and my taste back and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for that. Honestly,
it's good. It really is good. Like pizza, a week after giving up smoking for me, was like a whole new. It was almost a religious experience. It was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing to actually finally taste like the pizza, and then toppings, you know, matter because you know when you're smoking, it doesn't really matter what toppings you have. You can't taste it anyway.
Wow. Yeah. I can't wait for that to happen. Guys, we got some news. We're going to talk about The Cycle, which is, I don't know if it's a game you guys heard about yet. We're also going to be talking about Beyond Good and Evil 2. They're going to have a Space Monkey program live stream, which we're going to cover that just like we did with the No Man's Sky. We're going to stream it. We're going to cover what they're saying and stuff like that. So that'll be a big event. We'll talk about when that's going to be in a little bit. Let's see. What do we... new Identity news. Well, it's not new. I just haven't reported on Identity for a very, very long time. And we're going to go ahead and talk about Identity. And they've shown the Town Square gameplay module Which the reason why I backed off of Identity, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I backed it a very long time ago, back when I believed in backing games, you know, financially, with money. I don't do that anymore, and I've learned my lesson. But this was supposed to be released for us to play a very, very long time ago, so I can say that I was getting a little bit scared, right? And mad, very upset too, as well. So, but they're trucking along at their own pace, at their own speed. It is very slow, but it's not like they're not doing anything. They are. I do not suggest that anybody back the game. I just want to, you know, financially, like, I don't buy into it. You can if you want to, and I made a mistake in doing so, but I don't believe in that anymore. I believe that developers should make their game, and it should sell based upon what they release. So my whole motto is wait, watch, then buy. So wait for the game to come out, be excited, be overhyped. Overhyped is good. Be overhyped about a game. But don't pre-order it. And don't buy it day one, because those, if you do that blind, that's making a purchase blindly. What I suggest is if you're happy or excited about a game to come out, wait for it to release. Don't go to IGN. Don't go to the No. Don't go to these places and look at a review. Go to one of your friends or somebody that's on YouTube in their house and you know, having fun in their bedroom, streaming games and stuff like that. Watch them play it, because that's how you're going to be playing it, right? Watch them play it, and if it's something that looks like that you're going to enjoy, then go out and purchase it. I mean, that's the smartest way to do it, because you're not going to get gypped. You're not going to get scammed out of your money like some of these DLC season pass disguised as a full game, but they're really early access AAA titles that are being released. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there, because a lot of people don't agree with me about that.
I like the swerve. I like the swerve out of that there. That was good driving.
Yeah, I had to swerve. Yeah. Cobra, turn right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn right, Cobra.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation. I would love to have it with people, but I feel like I'm kind of alone in the dark with that conversation. Like, people don't agree with me too much, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll have that conversation one day.
You never know. You never know.
All right, so let's talk about the Cycle here real quick. The Cycle is a very cool game, and it's got a very cool twist to it. It's really pretty, like No Man's Sky. And let's go ahead and read what they have here on their site, and then we'll kind of go over and we'll look at one of their trailers too as well. But it says a new frontier for Fortuna 3. Welcome to Fortuna 3. As we can tell, this rock was terraformed by aliens a long time ago. The Federation tried colonizing it, but the Cycle put an end to that. We're talking world-spanning storms that kill anything dumb enough to set foot planet-side, and these storms are happening more often than not. Your home is Prospect Station. It's a space station above the planet. Your home is a spinning collection of tin cans known as Prospect Station. The main thing going for it is that it's not on the surface. It's not the surface, I guess, of the planet. It ain't pretty, but no one said life on the frontier was going to be easy. Your role, contracts. You put up with this junk for one reason. To get rich. The planet's full of toxic material that major galactic factions pay serious credits for. When the cycle breaks, that's your window to get down there and to get to work. Just watch out for the competition. Competition meaning people, and you have to watch out for the alien life that's going to kill you. Think a little bit like Deep Rock Galactic in this sense. The long arm of the law doesn't reach out this far. So here it's got your gear. I see a scanner, a turret, some rifles, a grenade, some more weapons there. Cash in your contracts, and those same factions will set you up with some shiny gear. They've got big guns, little guns, medium guns, and a collection of gadgetry that'll make your jaw drop. Getting the job done is a whole lot easier when you've got a jetpack and a laser cannon on your side. That sounds pretty cool. What do you think?
I really am quite excited about the cycle. I think it looks really pretty.
Right.
It's very, very cool. The trailer is awesome looking. And
Yeah.
I think if they do it right, they could nail this. It could like kind of potentially take something that's very much like 1,000,001 Battle Royale kind of games, or and really give it kind of its own unique flavour. It's got like a No Man's Sky-esque kind of twist. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I think it is
like danger and stuff like that.
It's not necessarily battle royale, but it's kind of with because there's a time limit in there. Let's go ahead and go over the FAQ. What is Cycle about? So the Cycle is a matched-based first-person shooter where you complete to fulfill contracts quests during a match that lasts approximately 20 minutes. So there's that battle royale part there. Staying on the planet for longer than that is bad for your health. So I guess you could stay on the planet for longer than that, but you'd probably die.
It looks kind of a little bit like Alien, like if the Division. It looks kind of like the Division and No Man's Sky kind of had a baby.
Right, yeah.
A little bit, I think. Yeah.
When does the closed alpha start? In the next few weeks, we currently feature feature complete for alpha and busy wrapping up final testing. How many players during a match? 20 players and lots more alien monsters, plus cute Fortuna 3 native wildlife. So 20 players per round, per match, or whatever. What platforms will it be released on? Initially on PC, but we plan to bring it to consoles at a later date. So there we go, confirmation of consoles. Will it be on Steam? Yes, it is already possible to add it to your wish list. What languages? How long have you been working on it? We started prototyping last year, but development started fully at the beginning of this year. Where can I get more info? Then it's got their Twitter, their Facebook, YouTube. So let's go ahead and see if we can go over and find a trailer of the gameplay. So here is...
I played a couple of games by the Jaeger guys that are doing this as well, and they were really good games. I'm really quite hopeful for this. I think it's going to be really quite cool.
Right.
They do come at it from a very slightly different angle, but it does make it kind of a beast all of its own. And look at it. Look how pretty it is. It's just gorgeous.
The environments look amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess what you're doing is you're coming down with 20 players, and you're getting minerals and things like that on the planets to take back and sell it to continue building up your arsenal. So you got the fauna that can be very dangerous, and you also have players that are trying to do the same thing and will probably try and kill you. But I also seen some people trying to team up with each other too. So right there, somebody, I don't know if that's fauna. Okay, so there you go. Two people that could have shot each other, but they didn't. And then here a little bit, you're going to see some PvP action. There you. Oh no, that's two people playing co-op. There we go. There's some PvP action. Yeah. And
that's really. I love the healing beam thing. I think that looks really cool. Emotes.
Yeah, you got your Fortnite emotes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a matched-based game, but it's I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I guess kind of like mixing Fortnite with a pinch, a dash, a little bit of No Man's Sky as far as going around and mining for resources and things like that. And that's why you're there with
kind of a little bit of Destiny as well in a bit of a crazy way.
Yeah.
I think it looks really, really promising. I like the fact that you're limited to the 20-minute rounds and things like that. I think it's gonna be like a really interesting twist on that sort of genre. I think that's gonna be really cool. Definitely the one to watch out for. I think.
I agree. Totally agree. So guys, let me know down below what you think of the cycle. I don't know what the release date is. They didn't say. I mean, they're still talking about the alpha that is going to be released. So. There's that to look for. I think it's going to be a long time before the game is actually going to be released. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. Have to wait and see. We'll definitely try and get into the alpha.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
Definitely do that.
And if anybody else here does get into the alpha, let us know, and we'll feature your YouTube channel here on the show. So the other thing that I wanted to bring up before we get into the really good identity news is Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to have a Space Monkey program report, and that is where they go on a live stream for about an hour, and they talk about what's been happening in the development and what contributions the community has made to the video game, and they will also showcase gameplay during these there's a lot of reveals with these things. You get to hear about what's going on, see what's going on, and this one is going to be on October 24th, 2018, and I'm going to try to get off of work so that I can stream this, and we could discuss what they talk about. So I'm super excited to see this. This is big. This is like Sean Murray coming out and talking. These guys are going to come out. They're going to talk about their game. It's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be revealed. So it says our official BGE2 live stream returns 24 October 2018. Since we launched the Space Monkey program last year, over 300,000 people have joined the ranks of Space Monkeys, and chances are you're one of them. I'm a Space Monkey. You have inspired us by sharing your ideas, creativity, and passion, as well as by giving us your valuable feedback about what's being developed for Beyond Good and Evil 2. We also had the pleasure of meeting some of you Space Monkeys in person at events such as E3 and China Joy. And we appreciate your engagement in helping to make Beyond Good and Evil 2 the game you want through your artistic and musical contributions via collaborative partnership with Hit Record. We are beyond thrilled to see the community grow to so massively to celebrate the dedication everyone has shown. We're happy to announce our next Space Monkey report to be live streamed on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook live Wednesday, October 24th. We will be giving you an update on what we've been up to, as well as some exciting details about BGE Fest, BGE Fest, which is going to be like a con, like a festival or whatever, a con for Beyond Good and Evil 2. So Beyond Good and Evil. So that's going to be exciting. That's going to be taking place in France, right? Was it France?
I think it's Marseille, yeah.
Montpellier.
Oh, Montpellier, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
I don't know why I said Marseille. Yeah.
I don't know.
You're absolutely right there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have Marseille on the mind. Who knows?
So October 24th, we're going to be streaming that here. The only way that won't happen is if I, for some reason, don't get off work. But we will definitely be covering the aftermath if by some weird chance we cannot stream it. Now, I do want to get to identity. I'm every day I get comments or messages asking me what's going on with identity. Why did I drop it? Are you Montpellier? That's from Sandrian. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. So everyone asks me about identity all the time because I was covering it very heavily and I stopped. And so we've got some identity news, and this is not new news, but chances are maybe some people out there haven't seen anything about the Town Square module, which we're going to go over here in just a second. But so let's go to identity. Here's the updates. This was posted on July 10th. And they were talking about the finishing touches, the finishing touches greetings. Okay. And thank you to all the identity backers receiving this dev blog. Everyone has been hard at work putting together a game that can change the industry, and you're soon going to be getting your first taste. With the Town Square Identity's first social gameplay module nearing release, we're hard at work. Hold on, I'm trying to think how I can do this. I was gonna play the trailer while okay, we'll get through this, read through this, and then we'll go ahead and play the gameplay. We're hard at work in testing, putting the finishing touches on 2 of the major features. Everything's been progressing very well, and I'm quite proud of the team. These last systems are the art canvas mechanics and the player housing. Both of these have been functional for a long time, although a couple tweaks need made before we push Town Square out the door. A few minutes of decorating an Ash Hill penthouse. We've added a new button in the elevators to allow you to visit a public version of any apartment. You could run around and see them in their default state before committing to buying them for yourself. This will be a very useful way to explore the available options, given that some of the floor plans will be very rare to come across with other players. Above is the penthouse. After a few minutes of quick decoration, above is the penthouse. After a few minutes of decoration, I'm not exactly a decorator myself, but you can get a good idea of the way it looks. It's a huge space with 3 large bedrooms, which means you and 2 friends can use it as your home, and tons of storage as well. We've had to refactor the back end of the housing system a good bit, but the end result you see is everything you saw in the prior Identity housing apartment video. All features shown then will be ready for you soon in the town square. We have lots of other cool features coming for your house parties that haven't been seen yet too. In case you hadn't seen that video, they're talking about the insider housing video. They linked that down below. Town Square gameplay live stream with developer blog post. I included a link of gameplay video from our live stream showing character creation and the exterior environment in the Town Square module. I think we talked about that one. So that's their update. It was July 10th, but they did show us a little bit, and let me see if this is showing up on the screen well. So what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to play this. I'm going to stay quiet unless there's something that I really want to jump in and say. Sam, if you want to go ahead and get some coffee or, whatever, go ahead and do that. And then, guys, we will be taking callers later if you want to jump into the Discord to get into the Atlas 102.5 FM room. Get in there and get on the show for the second portion of the show, the second hour of the show. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this gameplay and comment down below. I'll jump in there and I'll comment with you guys in the chat and just tell me what you think. I do want to state, and I think he mentions it here in this video, that the animations for the character are not set in stone. So they're going to be changing the way he walks, the way he moves, the way he jumps. So this is pretty much a default character so that they could show you around what they've done so far in the town square. Now remember that this is a game where you can actually purchase a building and literally make clothing in the game and sell it to other online players, make furniture in the game and sell it to online players, or just have a. They are okay. It's probably one of the most ambitious games I have ever came across. They want to make this pretty much a life simulator with the potential to actually go around and kill people. All right, so you could be a criminal. You could just be here and be a citizen and identity and have a business or a job and just play it like you're playing The Sims. Or you could be the bad guy and go off and do things and murder people and sell drugs, grow drugs, steal cars, steal other people's cars, stuff like that, and or you could play the role as a cop who goes after these people, or a detective, or you could even be voted in as the governor of the server and you make the rules, the laws, the taxes, all that stuff, right? So
kind of like Second Life a little bit in a way then.
Yes, like Second Life and Grand Theft Auto finally got hitched. They finally were in the right bar at the right time, at the right number of drinks, and then Identity's coming out.
They were getting jiggy.
That's right.
Like Will Smith.
What?
Yeah. Well, that Will Smith, yeah, he's getting jiggy with it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and play this. It's 21 minutes long. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to take a little break, and I'll jump into the comment section and chat with you guys. So here is Identity. And let me see if I can get this screen a little bit bigger for you guys. So that way oops, that's the wrong button. Let's see. There we go. And I think we'll just go ahead and leave it like that. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and push play. I'll be in the chat with you guys.
All right, let me know if and when you guys can see me.
All right, waiting. Oh, I see some guy in a green shirt.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, so this is the character I made last time we streamed. He's changed his clothing a bit, but it's the same guy.
Oh, he's wearing his shirt this time.
Hey. Yes, this is the hotel you guys are used to seeing. These are the elevators that go to your apartments. So just to give you a little bit of clarification here, in the full game, the hotel is actually a hotel. It's for people that don't have apartments. But in Town Square, because we're trying to like show you guys the features and how they work, even if you don't have an apartment, this hotel will give you a little tiny one to play around with. So yeah, I think we've shown this part off before. Here's the characters. We've added a little bit more into them now. The NPCs will track you with their head. They get focus on whoever's most relevant to them. And we got some eye movement and blinking that wasn't in last time we streamed. And
awesome.
Yeah, so I figured I'll show you this too. This is the karaoke. Now I turned on streaming mode because this music that we play is actually licensed. You're going to see here, these are real songs that you're going to recognize.
Cool. Let's take a look. The stream will catch up in just a moment.
And this is also not even all of them. This is maybe a quarter of
Oh, Skeeter Boy!
Yeah. So this is not nearly all the songs. So anyway, when you...
And now what he's showing here, I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to say a couple things as we're going through this. This is the karaoke. So people can gather into this bar and just mingle and, just probably flirt with some people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, are you really a girl or are you just using a girl avatar? Just weird stuff, right? The karaoke is you can pick one of these songs and literally with your microphone walk up to the microphone that's there on stage, stand on the stage, and sing this karaoke for everybody in that bar to hear. I think that's really cool. Let's go ahead and continue.
You just basically add yourself to the queue.
Africa, baby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then you're going to see you can use a microphone to do some singing. The microphone just amplifies your voice, so you can still sing with other people. And we might add more mics too. So when you sing into the mic, your voice actually gets louder and it travels further so people can hear you. And it's easy to talk over other people. Now, if we were not on streamer mode right now, you'd be hearing the music playing. You see the TV screens all over the karaoke bar. These are actually displaying the lyrics that the music is playing to. You can still, with streamer mode, see the video. You just can't hear the music. So just for copyright issues, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we had to go through a lot of trouble to license all these songs. There's more places streamer mode comes into play as well. I'll show you those in a minute. So you see there's actually TVs all over here, and every one of these are literally displaying the lyrics to the song that someone would be singing and making a fool of themselves with right now. So it's going to be hilarious.
Oh boy.
Yeah, when we get a lot of people in here, it's going to be really funny, just watching everyone, be terrible. And maybe once in a while you might get someone that's actually good, but I kind of doubt it. The menus are for ordering food. That's just a cosmetic thing. You can't actually, because this is only the town square, your character doesn't have health, so it doesn't really affect his statistics at all.
Yeah.
And here we are outside. Like I was telling you guys before, the outside has a very different look at nighttime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like at night right now, and you're gonna really see that it's pretty dark. It's not light, and the light pollution in the sky and how many stars you can see is actually affected by where you are. So when you go out into the countryside, you're going to see the stars much more strongly. In fact, I think way out in the middle of it, you can actually see the Milky Way shape, and it's really cool. But here, because we're in a city, there's a little more light pollution.
Cool.
Yeah. There's that little sign. That's these signs, by the way, I'll just give you a little rundown. In the full game, there's signs like this all over the place, and the governors can control the messages that are on these. However, other players can hack them, and if you hack these things, you can put in any message you want, and it will appear for, I think it's 10 minutes, and after that point it goes back to whatever the governor's message was. So, and there's a cooldown on them too. So they're mostly for the government to send out any kind of message that they want the players to see. but you know, you can hack it and put your own little thing out there too. And
Nice. By the way, John, because you don't see the stream right now, it's been spamming for like 5 minutes now. Everyone's saying jump, jump, jump.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, see, the only reason is the jump animations are not final right now, so I'll do a little jump here, but see, you can jump. It's just we're replacing those animations, so I'm not totally happy with how those look right now. Now this is cool too. These, by the way, I don't know if we showed you these before, but those parking meters are actually functional. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. And you'll actually have to put coins in there to park in that spot without being flagged for a ticket. So you can still park there, of course, nothing's stopping you, but if the police officer comes by, he can actually give you a ticket for doing that.
Now, what I mean by police officer is that another player, there's no NPCs in the game playing police officers. So a police officer can literally cruise around and look for illegally parked cars and write you a ticket that you're going to have to pay. And if you don't pay, you're going to end up getting a warrant for your arrest. So therefore, you'll be a wanted criminal for a outstanding parking ticket in identity. So I think that's pretty cool.
So slow something.
I had a friend who was asking, can I be a parking ticket guy? I said, do you know what? You could probably play a cop that does that. And you've just confirmed that.
Yeah, if that's what you want to spend your time doing, then yeah, go for it. So the thing is here in this shop was kind of cool. You can't hear it right now, but if I was not on streamer mode, there's real radio playing over the speakers in the store. I'll give you a little look at what it is. If you go here, and if I go in first person, you'll see on the cash register, there's, well, radio. So that's like the stream, essentially, of what you'd be hearing. If it was playing, you would see the station that's playing right now. And I think this one is currently set to some kind of pop station in Asheville, which is what this city is based on. In real life, I mean, Asheville, North Carolina. And that's why this is called Ash Hill. So right next door to this is where you're going to buy all of your clothing. I heard it. I think I heard Charles talking about that. The way that the clothing store works is you're going to go in there.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to interact with the rack. You're going to take the clothes that you want. You can go pay for them, or you can go in the dressing room to try it all on. So if you want to see what
or
it looks
steal
like on
them.
the character. Yeah, that's
steal
the thing.
them.
So you have to go over there to the cash register here to pay for them, and then you can walk out. But if you notice how like there's these things I'm looking at right here, those the security checkpoints there. If you walk through with items in your cart which you haven't paid for, those are going to go off and you're going to be available for arrest. You can only shoplift inexpensive things, by the way. There's a certain threshold where it'll just automatically get returned, pulled out of your inventory when you shoplift it. But for cheapy stuff, yeah, you can. Yeah. So you see here, this is the bicycle store. And this is really kind of a cool interior. I love like that rock wall we got going and everything. Now keep in mind here, like we have these really detailed interiors. We're going to be carrying it, like every store you go in the entire game, it is just a town square, but just picture the full world, you know, a huge...
I want to pause it real quick to answer some of the questions in the chat. Bang Blackbeard saying, so this is like Second Life? Yeah, kind of, yeah. But more realistic, but pretty much on the same premise. At its heart and core, it's a cops and robbers game, but you can have careers in this game as well. So yeah, it's like Second Life, but it's more realistic, more like GTA. Let's see the possibilities for expansion.
Kind of a blur in between both of those titles, it seems.
Exactly. Yeah, very good. So somebody was asking if it was going to be on PS4. Paulo was asking. No, I don't think so. Maybe next gen. It might be on next gen systems. We'll have to wait and see. Right now they're focusing on PC. So let's see. Was there any other questions in the chat? I can't focus. Okay. So let's go ahead. And those bikes, you can purchase those bikes and you could ride them. Actually, that's, I think, the first kind of vehicle that you do get in the game is a bicycle. So, and everything that they're working on, the vehicles, they're trying to make the vehicles operate as realistic as possible to real life. And the same goes for guns. All the gunplay, they want it to be realistic gunplay, not arcade gunplay. They don't want any arcade-ness to this game whatsoever. So they're trying to simulate life, pretty much. So let's go ahead and continue.
Huge world, hundreds of people in it. This level of details throughout the whole thing, you know. So
Wow.
yeah. These are some of the bicycles that you can get. Like right now we only have one bike in here that's a bunch of different colors, so we're going to be putting in different styles. In Town Square you can't ride bikes right away, but as soon as we introduce the vehicle mechanics when we're developing further down the road, I would like to allow you to buy bikes here and ride them around Town Square too. So
Nice.
yeah, could be a little bit of fun. You'll notice the sun is starting to come up at this point. Time's accelerated a bit right now. See the shadow moving across. Notice all the street lamps have shut off because it's daytime now. So I was kind of ashamed that I was indoors and you didn't get to see the cool sunrise, all the light go red and everything. Another example of the environment over here is, I remember before I was trying to say that we try and make everything interactive. So this is one example of it. I mean, this is just a little tiny thing. Toss a little coin in there. And that's just one example. Like everything we have, we're trying to make interactive. Trash cans you can discard items in. Any chair you see you can sit in. You know.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's just like a small piece of it. Like anything that looks like you should have some kind of function with it, we're trying to add function into it. Like over here, for example, the newspapers. I mentioned before that you can get newspapers, you can read them. See there, I just obtained a newspaper. We'll add a fancy animation on that later. And if I open my inventory, I now have a newspaper. And that is actually a live streamed newspaper content. And what's cool about this is this is volume 1. Like I said, in the other one, we're going to release more and more volumes. So there's always going to be new things to try out. I never, I didn't actually look into this before, but let me just go back here. Hopefully this vendor is actually populated properly because I never checked this beforehand. It's been a long time since I looked at this. But back here we have a little drug dealer guy. And, yeah, so he sells some things over here. It's not going to be as easy to get this in the full game, we'll just say that. But I'll just like give you a little bit of an example.
Yay, my inventory system!
Yeah, good job. I'll come out here in the light, you'll see exactly what it works like. So
there is some interesting questions happening in the chat, and I can't, I gotta answer some of these. So someone was asking if there's a president. Not a president, but you could be governor. And there's an election process. People have to vote you in. You could be governor. Once you are governor, you could actually set the laws for that. You could legalize marijuana if you want to. You can set tax rates and things like that. You could be completely corrupt if you want to. Somebody's saying, wondering if one can bribe police or governor. Exactly. Yes. Yes, you can. So a cop is just a person playing at home, right? So if that person is, if you're offering that person money, then yeah, I mean, in-game money, probably. Yeah, I could see that person that's playing at home be like, yeah, well, I do want that new house. So, okay, why don't you go ahead and use this, this road here that I patrol. This is where I patrol. So use this road to put, keep your drugs going back and forth, and I will just turn a blind eye to it. I'll keep people away from it as long as you keep paying me. The moment you stop paying me, the moment I'm going to bust you, and no one's going to believe a criminal if you try and say that I let it happen. So, yes, you can be a corrupt police officer. You can bribe. Somebody said make identity great again. Did somebody say marijuana? Yes. Oh, yes. You could grow it. You can traffic it. You can smoke it. And somebody said, can I be a dictator? Yeah, you could become a dictator. Yeah, sure. So let's go ahead and continue. But I just wanted to answer some of those questions. We are going to assassinate the dictator. Yes, that's a thing, guys. You can kill the governor. And there, you could actually, if you're governor, you could actually hire people and pay them in-game money to be your bodyguards if you need to go somewhere in public. So yes, very very good question. All right, let's go ahead and keep watching.
In Town Square, it's pretty easy to get these things because there's no currency, right? You'll see now if I actually use that joint, it's going to pull it up, it's going to stick in his mouth, and you literally have something in the mouth. Now, what's kind of cool about that, though, is, like I said before, there's actual visual effects. You can tell how high somebody is and how they're high from what drugs just by looking at their faces, you know.
Is
there's
that my joint?
I think you did make this, didn't you? I think you made the pipe I bought there, too, didn't you? Let's see.
Oh, you put a pipe in as well. I thought I saw
there's a pipe right there. Yeah. I was running around with that in my mouth for a while. What's something else? Oh, I'll run over here and give you guys a little Another example of how things are interactive is this here. So this here is the art gallery, and this is all art that's been submitted by other players. So you'll see like there's a little submission box right there where you can, if you draw art on a canvas inside your house, you can take it and you can submit it there. And if it's approved, because, I mean, let's be honest here, we're gamers and we know exactly what people are going to draw.
Ah, boy.
So those might not get approved. So anyway, this is just, that actually, it's kind of a funny thing to show, but that was from us doing some dev testing. That's it's a painting we tossed in there. I don't know why, but it is a burger.
It's a burger?
Yes, it's a burger. So
we were testing that. So.
Yeah, so every one of these places can get someone's painting. If you make a painting right now in Town Square, you can't buy paintings here because there's no currency, but come the full game at the gallery, if you'd like a painting, you'll be able to buy it off whatever the person listed the value at. And if you buy one, you can take it home, stick it in your own house. You'll see up there's a library, and there's more paintings up there too, usually, if we have more entered. And
let me go ahead and say something about the library. I don't know if they cover it. The library, you can write books and poem books or books in general inside Identity, and you can have that book, your book, published in Identity and actually put into the library. So when you're going through the library, you're actually going through user content, player content, and just imagine some of the weird stuff that people are going to write and put in that library. That's going to be awesome. Jamil says, what happens when you die? Is there consequences? Yes, there is consequences. When you die, you lose everything that you're carrying, but they don't want to completely destroy your whole character. They don't want you to start all the way over. So it's pretty much, if you decide you're going to go do you're going to buy some drugs, or you got to doing a drug deal and you got a lot of cash on you, if you die, that's gone. So you have to be careful about how much cash you carry. You're going to have a bank account, and you can go to the ATM machines and get money out. You got to take that money to go put it into a bank, things like that. So, yeah, there is consequences. You got to be careful what you're carrying. If it's guns, you're going to lose your guns. You're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your drugs. You're going to. There is prison also in the game, so you can be arrested and sent to prison. You could also play the game in prison. You can actually have join gangs that are in prison. So there's a whole game actually being played in the prisons as well. All right, we're almost through this.
And the library will have real books, like I was saying. You can read them. You can write them as well. You can write your own books. It's very nice. We have a very big focus on player input. We want to make sure that the players can change worlds. So having things like that is pretty important to us to make sure that this actually feels like, I want every server that you go on, just because it has different players, to feel like a different world, and that's the kind of thing, like those signs that you see. I don't know if you noticed it when I was running by the coffee shop over there. There's a sign that has a little message on it where the owner of a shop, if it was a player shop, can literally write what they want on that sign on the sidewalk, and people are walking by. Like, that's what I mean, in that the players are going to have the ability to change the world quite a bit. So here's just more example of interactive stuff here. I mean, you can get a soda.
Nice. I like the popcorn animation over there.
Yeah, and that's where you'll get your popcorn. You can like throw your popcorn at the screen and stuff. That guy sells cinema tickets. I already have one. I'm going to show you what it's like in here too. So this is the cinema that you can go into.
All married people have a quarrel once in a while, I guess.
I don't know what movie this is. I didn't actually look, but it would show outside with the schedule. So these are all real movies playing, like 24 hours a day with commercials in between, and you know you can fit tons of people in here and all watch movies together. It's really cool because these are great movies. We have like big budget older movies like this one, and then we're gonna have some recent but indie movies as well.
What can I do?
I'll stay back out so you guys have seen that. Anyway, that's how the movie theater works. And if you see out here, if I just run outside and look up at that sign again, Vengeance Valley, that's what's playing right now. So yeah, you can really get an idea of what's going on there, and there's a whole schedule that you'll be able to see too. Like different times. So they actually play at set times, these movies. It's not just one finishes, another one begins. They're on a real schedule. So you can, if there's a movie you want to watch, you can literally just look at the schedule, find out what time it's on, come watch it. You know, it's pretty neat. This cinema here is tiny. It's only one screen. It's a little thing. In Roseport, when you get into the full game, Roseport has an enormous cinema with tons of different screen rooms, including private screen rooms where you can choose, like, from streaming service, YouTube, Vimeo, that kind of thing, and you can actually watch stuff with your friends in there. It's pretty neat. I think that's pretty much all we plan on showing right now. I guess I'll finish it off. Yeah. Do you want to see what?
The chess system again.
Oh, the chess system.
Yeah, okay. And they want to see you that you can actually put a piece and in the right square, apparently.
Of course you could. Here, I'll show you this first, but sorry, 1 second.
That's all good.
And this here is a police station. I love. You know what's kind of cool about those? Like I meant, there's a moon coming down too over there, but the and the clock actually ticking in the background too. What's cool about these flags is the wind that is affecting them will affect everything else in the game. Yeah, so if you're shooting a bullet, you could look at a flag, you could look at how your clothes are flapping in the wind if you're wearing a dress or something, and you would know how that could affect the ballistics of a bullet, for example. Like all of this is real. Like that's actual physically simulated. It's not just animated. So yeah, it's pretty neat.
Is that my flagpole?
I think it is, yeah.
Jade pointing out all the stuff he's done, yeah.
Here's the
does some good work, dude.
County Sheriff Office in Ash Hill. There's not a whole lot to do in here right now. It's just a lobby, but we're going to be opening these doors, and then that's where you're going to be able to go down to the shooting range in a town square. So that'll be fun. Try out some weapons. This guy, he's just there to tell you what it is to be a cop and identity and how you'll become one. He doesn't really have anything he sells or anything like that. And in here too, this is where you're going to be able to go downstairs into your locker room, for example, and get geared out. Because if you're a cop, when you log in, you have to actually go to a police station and you have to go to the locker room and sign in as an officer. Because, here's that sign I was talking about right here. So these sorts of signs can actually be changed by the person that owns whatever shop it's associated with, for example. There's this sort of thing all over the world. Corporations are going to build billboards down the roads, put their logos on it, their message, all that kind of thing. Yeah, this is a chess system you're talking about. They want to see that too. Oh yeah, I just want to show you something here too. If you look at this grass, notice every single blade is actually 3D. Every
really?
Blade of grass. Yeah, if you really get down in there. See? It's not just a fake texture, it's actually some cool effect going on there. Yeah, so this is the game board that they want to see. I don't really... They just wanted me to move something?
Well, you can sit on the table now and sit on the chair and actually play. And
Alright, though. I guess that is about it for the stream. I have to get going because it is late and I am over my time and I'm supposed to be getting out of here. So,
alright.
Anyway, I hope you guys like what you see. There's, really... this is a beautiful game. I'm really proud of our art guys and what they've done. And on the code side too, just the detail of identity is so exciting. I mean, like I mentioned in the last stream, you know, these traffic lights are actually functional. If you run traffic lights, you could get penalized for it. There's these crosswalks will be used to determine if you should have been crossing the street when you get hit by a car and that sort of thing. So, yeah, there's a lot here. Soon after, our art guys are already almost done with this coffee shop. Really cool interior there. We're going to have some pool in there, like billiards pool, and you'll actually be able to play that with each other. There's a DMV is going to be opening pretty soon too, I think. And that's where you're going to get your licenses and that sort of thing in the game. Here and in the full game, because keep in mind, while this is just a town square and it's just a module, in the full game this is still part of the world. This is just a little piece of the city of Ash Hill, and this part will still exist in the full world. So there is
what about apartments?
The I don't have time to get into that, but I mean, you guys have seen that in the other video. The you know, maybe next video we'll go through the different apartments, because when you go in there you can preview the different floor plans, and Jay spent a lot of time on those, and they're really cool, like up to the big penthouses and everything. This here is going to be a furniture store very soon. Is almost done, ready to be opened up, and that's sort of like a little mall that we have there to leave room for more shops at the town square. And the bank is going to be opening up soon too. And in the SWAT module, that specific bank here in Ash Hill is going to be one of the ones that you can have an encounter in, a robbery. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, John, not to put you on the spot, but are you able to use the delete key to use like an emote or something, or did I actually undo that?
It was never that, but yeah, there it is. Now, the only reason it wasn't showing is because it looks a little weird, because these are all getting replaced with
my icons.
With icons, yeah.
Yes.
Is there? You guys wanted to see one of these? Like
the air guitar,
they're like
if possible.
Emotes, yeah. Yeah. Please show them the yoga one. I
don't
maybe.
I don't even remember what that looks like. I'd love with the air guitar to put us down. I would put it there like where the guy's making like a fake guitar.
Oh, they want to see the dab. They're all anxious about the dab.
Where is that on? There it is, right there. Okay, there you go. You saw it. I'm embarrassed, but it happened. All right, guys, I need to cut this short. I am 10 minutes late, so I really got to get going. So I hope you do like what you see here, though. And yeah,
it was more great.
And we're producing a really cool video, which I hope you guys will get to see pretty soon too. That's going to be yeah. And the town square, of course, is right on the horizon itself. So there's a lot coming. Oh, and our new website too. So there is a lot of stuff coming these next like weeks here. This is pretty crazy. So anyway, you guys have a good night, and I must head out.
Yeah, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
see you later, guys.
All right, and that is it for that video there showing off Town Square, what they've got so far. What do you guys think? I think it's really cool, man. I think they're coming along really well, and it's exciting to not, you know, I wasn't paying attention to the game and then for so long, and then coming back and seeing all their achievements so far is pretty exciting. Sem, what did you think of that?
I think it looks really interesting. When we were talking just before as well, you said that a lot of those animations are kind of placeholders, so it'd be interesting to see what that looks like when they're all finalized.
Right.
Kind of, because some of the environments look really, really polished, don't they? So I think if they get the character animations bang on, that's going to be like a really interesting title, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be really good, man. I mean, it's going to be a really good game. And just imagine there was no traffic in the streets or anything like that. So there's not going to be any NPCs driving. Like they're going to be using Lumberyard. They literally have, they're not going to, but they have the ability to use to have 1,000 or more people in the server at once by using Lumberyard. But they're not going to be doing that because I think they're going to, me and you were talking off air, they're probably going to be going more like 100 to 300 people per server. So when the game gets populated, people are going to be driving around. Those streets are going to be busy. People are going to actually be, so those aren't going to be NPC cars. Those are people going to a certain place, you know, and the cops, they're going to be out there as well, and they're going to make sure you're not running red lights. You know how you know how hard that's going to be for people like me. You know, when I get inside Grand Theft Auto and I just drive as fast as I can to my destination. In this game, you're literally going to be pursued by actual police officers who will arrest you if you try to flee, if you don't pull over and get your ticket. They're going to chase you all over the map and use deadly force probably if need be. But if they end up getting you, they're going to throw you in prison. And yes, there's gangs in prison. You can actually try to escape in prison. So it's going to be fun. Going to be a really cool game. We are going to go ahead and open up the lines if people would like to come on. I don't know if people do or not. Let me check and see. All right, so nobody's waiting in the Atlas room. So if you do want to come in, then I guess me and Semtex will jump down. Let's go ahead and jump down in the Subcast room just anyways. I'll see you over there in a second, Sam.
Okay.
All right. I am now in the Subcast room. If anybody's Patreon supporters, you're allowed to just jump right in if you like. We also have the Atlas room. If you want to get on the show, go into our Discord, and on the left, you're going to see a room called Atlas 102.5 FM. You can come on into the show, talk about Identity or No Man's Sky. You can talk about No Man's Sky if you like. I'm game. We could talk about it. There's some speculation going on right now. Not speculation, but it looks like the next update is going to have a lot to do with oceans. And some underwater vehicles, some submarines, finally. So we could talk a little bit about that, or we could talk about the possibilities of Identity, what you're going to be doing in Identity. Are you going to be someone who's going to be a police officer or a criminal or something like that? We got Grammy joining the call. Grammy, what's going on, Grammy?
Oh, Cobra, I haven't talked to you in so long. How are you?
I'm doing good. Trust me, you haven't been missing anything. I haven't been doing the live streams. I've been.
Yeah. I know you haven't done them for a while, but you did one last week, right?
Yeah, we did. Yep.
And I missed that one because it kind of usually my grandson is streaming about the same time you're live, so. But he did it earlier today, so that worked out well.
What is he streaming?
He streams little kids games like the Game Beast, and he just did Lego Worlds, and he does Minecraft. I think he wants to do Battlefront next Friday. Whatever game he's playing.
All right. What's up with you? I mean, what have you been playing? Are you interested in what's coming next with No Man's Sky, or what did you think about Identity?
I liked Identity. I've liked it since you first showed it the first time. I've been kind of watching that. I've been Cyberpunk 77.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Stuff about that. I'm going to be doing the Fallout 76 when it comes out. As long as I get paid off, because things are a little tight right now.
Yeah.
But I play like 10 games a month, because I just I do No Man's Sky every other Tuesday now. And I'm doing survival on it. I like No Man's Sky. I've always liked No Man's Sky. Right. So when people are like, "How do you feel about the game?" I like it. Shut up. Go away. It's getting to be where it's still kind of old, where people want to. You really like this game? Yeah, I do. But have you watched all the games I play? It makes sense. Just go away. So right. I never listen to other people. In fact, when I've listened to other people, I usually don't like the games. They look good when other people are playing them. But when I start to play them, I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. I mean, Monster Hunter was that way. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. But the battles are too long and they hurt my arms. I just can't. I can't do them for long periods of time. So I need games where I don't have to do the repetitive shooting for long periods of time. Because I play Destiny, and that has the trigger. But it's not really long. Like I can stop in between. When you hunt the monsters, sometimes those battles can take up to 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this. So
yeah, we've got the Sendosphere in the chat saying Cobra's going to be the first one with a ticket. You're darn right. I'm going to be a criminal by accident, by default. I'm just a
by accident.
Well, you could still be a police officer and be a criminal. I mean. I would assume that's an option too. I mean, because that's real life. I mean, people can be corrupt, and you could be a criminal and still be a good guy. So
Very right.
I wouldn't. It just seems like it's going to be a fantastic game. And then you're beyond good and evil also, and then what's another one I've been watching for. One I wanted to get, I can't get it yet, is Warhammer 40K. That looks really fun. But I'm into those kind of games. So, you know, there's a lot of games out there I can't afford to buy. I have to wait until when they're like really, really cheap.
Right. Another one to keep watching out for is Starfield. I was going to sit down and make a video about it, but I was like, wow, there's nothing, there's no new news at all to make a video that's worthwhile. So I'm waiting out a little bit, waiting for some more information to come out. Got Josiah on the call. Josiah, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, buddy. Yep, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. I was surprised that no one's in the voice chat. I'm the only one.
Yeah. Yep, no one's in there.
Well, things like that happen. You know, I've noticed, it's not just you, Cobra. I have noticed that the last couple of weeks, everything's been really quiet. Discord's been quiet. I just think because for those in the U.S., winter's coming. Or even for the UK and
winter's coming.
Yes, winter's coming. I think, and it changes when the season starts to change like that, and the days get shorter and stuff like that. I think people, you know, their viewing habits change a little bit. I've noticed that over the 2 years that I've been doing my channel. This is the time I get the least amount of views. Right. It'll pick up a little bit around Christmas, and then it'll drop off again. And then summertime comes, and around springtime, you'll get a lot of views, depending on what's going on too with the gaming world right now. A lot of people are gearing up to play Red Dead Redemption. You just had Black Ops came out. You have Fallout coming out. Assassin's Creed just came out. So a lot of people are playing games. They're not really watching a lot of games.
Right.
And then No Man's Sky keeps having its drops. So you got people that are playing who are very into the game, but aren't really doing much on social media about the game as much. And I just think it's because the holidays are coming in for for most of us.
I think that I love the weekly drops, but I think the excitement of how we all used to get so excited, like the updates freaking seemed like holidays for us. You know, like it was a big event. You know, what's going to be in it? I can't believe it. Let's find every nook and crumb that we can get in every nook and cranny, and let's talk about it. And it was so exciting. And I think that's gone. You know,
well, I don't know. People that come to mind, and they're still talking to me about, and people are still talking in Discord, like on the Getnik Gang Discord. Even in the Getnik Gang, it has slowed down an awful lot in what people are talking about. And maybe it's because, like you said, maybe that weekly update isn't as big of a deal because you're getting it every week.
Yeah.
You know, after the 8 weeks are over, maybe things will change when they say, oh, we're going to have another community event, but we're not going to tell you when, and it's going to be down the road.
Right.
Empty Benches, him and I play a lot, and he's found a lot of new lore. And he's kind of tracking some stuff in that, and that's kind of fun. You know, he was telling me he's looking for something that's on a water planet that has to do with the abyss. So, I mean, I don't know that many people know there's more lore out there, and there's more little tidbits that are being dropped about, because there's so much to do in the game now. If you think about it, there's so much stuff you can do. I haven't even started my freighter stuff. I'm still working on, establishing bases through the galaxy in the first galaxy. I've got all the story part done, but I haven't finished, doing that. And they keep plopping, the community thing. So if you're spending time playing other games, it just, it's just a lot of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
And nobody's kind of able to connect because, you have to hit one group or another. And then if you're playing Fortnite on top of that, that's dropping all the time. I just think it's a very busy time. And with the holidays coming, people slowing down. But with No Man's Sky, everyone I know is still heavily playing it pretty much, and really are enjoying it because they'll come to me and say, hey, did you do this yet? No, I don't do that because I only play No Man's Sky twice a week.
Yeah.
On my own. I only play it twice a week. I stream it twice a month.
Right.
But,
Yeah. Josiah, what's on your mind, dude?
Well, I watched I was just in time to watch the live stream from the beginning of the video that you showed. And
Identity?
I thought it was very interesting.
Oh man, I can't wait for Identity, dude. It's like a dream come true to be able to have a game that's like Grand Theft Auto and that you could do the things that they're promising that we're going to be able to do. It's just it's a dream come true for gaming. So yeah. I'm rooting for them. But again, remember, I backed him. I wouldn't back him today. And the reason why is because I don't believe in pre-ordering anymore, and I don't believe in day one purchases. I think the best thing for us gamers to do is to wait, watch somebody play it, and then make your decision and go buy it. I stand firm in that, and I think it would really reset the gaming industry a lot. You know, I imagine if nobody would buy their product unless it was proven worthwhile, and imagine how cool the games would be then.
Yeah, I see gaming companies coming out with larger games and more in-depth games because they see Assassin's Creed Odyssey, their map is huge. Then you see Identity, all the details that you can do within it,
Right.
and I think game companies are going to be building huge games, like very, very detailed.
I agree. I really feel like we're at the turning point in the industry. You know, we're at the turning point where you got games like No Man's Sky, Star Citizen, and very ambitious projects that they're having some difficulty getting those, to come to fruition, to make, to bring it to light and say, here's the product, here's the ambition. But what the important thing is, I think that these developers, they're trying. People like the devs for Identity, they're pushing the market into a new direction, and I think it's a good time to be a gamer. I mean, I think with the next gen systems, everything getting more powerful, possibilities are opening up. I think within the next 5 years, we're going to see 5 to 10 years, we're going to see a lot of improvement in gaming.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I think in the next 5 years, at least, with faster internet coming out, people are going to be downloading at least 100 or 200 gigabyte games.
Oh yeah.
I think that's going to be pretty cool for our standards.
Right.
Did you do the survey?
What's that?
Did you do the Hello Games survey?
Hello Games survey?
Yeah, there's a survey that Hello Games has, and it's like looking for improvement to the future of games.
Where can I get the survey? Where's it at? Is it on our Twitter?
I found it on Facebook in the
Cult of Atlas.
Yeah.
And where was the survey from? Is it from their website?
Yeah, I think it's from the website.
All right, let me check it out.
But they had a bunch of interesting selections, 19 questions that you can take to what you'd like to see in the game or what you'd like to see improved. And it's, I think it's really cool.
Really?
I don't know where it's from though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not finding it on their website. Let me try and go to the Facebook, go to the cult. Here it is.
Yeah, it is in the...
Okay, I think I see it. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the love of God, do not choose VR as an option. Says, okay, so there's a screenshot of it. But I don't see a link to the actual survey. Did you post a link or a screenshot?
No, it was someone else posted a link.
All right, yeah.
Maybe in the comments.
Yeah, let me look in the comments here. No, I don't see one in the comments. But for what I see right here, it says something character models, polish of existing features, more base building depth, enhancements to underwater exploration, stranger and more varied planets. I'm going with E. Quality of life improvements, larger... E. Can you only pick one? Where's this survey? I want this survey. Somebody please give me this survey. I want to see this. Larger multiplayer lobbies and then VR support. They are really...
I know a lot of people want that.
VR support.
I don't care less about the VR support, but not really in VR. That's just me, though. I'm old.
Check my last tweet. It's a smoking gun. It's the orange button in the patch notes. The orange button. Okay, so let's see. Staring at me right in the face. I apologize. I'm Cobra. All right.
That's a Shard Vixen move.
Yes.
Not a Cobra move.
As an essential part of No Man's Sky journey, we are reaching out to discover more about what the community is more interested in seeing in the future of the game. Thank you so much. Hello Games. As I thank you, 5 participants will be chosen at random, given a prize. All right, so this is an Explorer feedback survey for No Man's Sky. Thank you for sharing your feedback, and if you would like to have a chance to win a prize, you can enter your email address at the end of this form. Continue. So tell us a little bit about yourself to begin. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the questions here. On which platform do you primarily play No Man's Sky? How many hours have you played? Which update do you first start playing on? Which game modes? Okay, which game modes? Which of the below is your favorite aspect of play? Completing missions, exploring, base building. What is your current short-term goal? What have you achieved? Which of these features would you like to see most? Stranger, more varied planets, polish of existing features, replace orbs with full character models, more base building depth, enhance to underwater exploration, VR support, more depth and variety in NPCs, quality of life improvements, larger multiplayer lobbies, and other. Which of the following space station mission types do you like to see more of? What do you like to use for base 4? In general, how do you feel about the length of the community research missions? Okay. Which collectible type of Quicksilver synthesis bot have you enjoyed the most? Would you like to see another ARG in the future? No!
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 Please vote no!
I'm going to vote yes.
They were fun. They were fun. Don't get me wrong. But
back in the day, when it was a unique and original thing, that was when it was good, not now.
The first one was absolutely amazing.
I want an ARG that is connected in the game. Like, you have to find clues in the game.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
I don't want an ARG like they've been doing, but it was fun when you went around looking at different websites, but I want one that's in the game that you have to follow, like, clues to find the answer to. And that could be lore-like. That would be awesome.
I agree. Are there any features you would like to see added to the Galactic Atlas? When you are not playing No Man's Sky, what other games do you play the most?
Everything.
So that's it. What would you guys like to see as far as these features where they're talking about right here? Stranger, more varied planets. Look at the screen, and I want to see people type the letter of what you guys would like to see. So that way it doesn't have to be like a long, drawn-out explanation or whatever. Just type the letter. Painkiller Beat says, Cobra TV, when are you going to interview Sean Murray? I interviewed Paul Weir. Sean Murray's friend, the sound director for Hello Games. So I think if Sean wanted a actual interview, he would have done it then. Oh, we got somebody waiting in Atlas. Let's see. Monkey Foo 96. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, bro. It's going good. What's on your mind, man? What brings you on the show?
Oh, well, this is the first show I'm actually catching live.
Well, that's good, man. It's a pleasure to have you on, dude. Really is.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm relatively a new subscriber, I would say.
Really? What? If you don't mind me asking, what did you subscribe for? Was it No Man's Sky, Beyond Good and Evil 2? What was it?
Oh, it was Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Awesome. Very awesome.
Stuff.
Very awesome.
Yeah,
we're gonna
saw your videos. I'm like, well, sub.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. We're gonna be coming out with a ships episode, like discussing all the known features that we know. Not speculating, not making any things up, but just kind of looking at the kind of vehicles that we see in the background of the trailer, and talk about the features that they've already explained about, like things like the Tut-Tut, the mothership, and things like that. So that's going to be the next Beyond Good and Evil 2 video we put out.
Awesome.
But it's a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Yeah. Also, that identity video you showed, that looks awesome.
It does, doesn't it? You know how long I've been waiting to see that video? Like years, man. I've been waiting to see the town square for literally years, and so it's good to finally see it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It'd be nice to see how it ends up. Character animations. I really think that could look awesome when they like add a little bit of polish.
Oh yeah.
It'd be really good,
yeah, there's definitely a lot of polish needed there. 100% for the character movement and everything, and and they know that, so it's going to be cool to see what happens. He's talking about even having. What's that? I can't hear you, buddy. All right, can't hear that. But yeah, they even said something about if the character was wearing a dress, it would blow in the wind. So that's pretty cool. And that shooting, you could look at the flags to see which way the wind blows, because it's going to affect your bullet travel.
That is pretty intriguing. So there is actually the correct. I can't ever remember the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, the effect that makes bullets drop over because of the Earth spinning. That's really cool, that is. So you'll have to sort of like lift your aim a little bit higher to account for that. That'd be awesome.
As far as the features that are here on the screen, I see A, H, and E people have typed in. I would here's what I say. Okay, here's what I think. Be more communicative with your community about the roadmaps and things like that. Don't make people choose. Sit down, wait a year, work on these things, and come out with a big update. That's my. Don't make people choose these things, because these are things that everybody wants. So I would say just stop. Just focus on making this for one big update, or half of it at least. That's my opinion. But as far as Beyond Good and Evil 2...
Definitely test it lots.
What's that?
And definitely test it lots.
Yes.
I think, yeah. Especially the multi stuff.
As far as Beyond Good and Evil 2, Monkey, what's got you so excited about Beyond Good and Evil 2?
At first it was just the character creation, and then
Right.
I actually watched a playthrough of the first game.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see the precursor to that story. And effectively your own story that you can make in the game.
Right.
It'd be really interesting to see how they give you the backstory for the lore, how it's gone from Beyond Good and Evil 1 to Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm really intrigued to find out why Jade it is baddie. Because, I don't see Jade as the baddie, so it'd be interesting to see how they've actually sort of flip script there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how they're going to, because they don't want to use procedural generation for like the cities to populate these massive planets that they have. So I'm really interested to see their approach to how they make these planets feel alive. Because we've already seen like a lot of Ganesha, and they're doing really good on that. And the picture that they have up on his Instagram where they show like the model was not rendered all the way, looks massive. And I'm more interested in the exploration. Because of Beyond Good and Evil 2, like one of the things I like to do with Grand Theft Auto is when the game first comes out, it's fun to drive around the city and go to the different alleys and dark places that you're not going to generally see during your normal gameplay and kind of explore that. I think it's really fun, and I think that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to have a lot of that.
Well, we were saying, weren't we, about the layers of the cities, kind of it being kind of like literally the very bottom layer is like deep and seedy, and then kind of the higher up you get, the more affluent it gets. Right. I think that'd be really brilliant, especially if that's kind of like city-wide, or maybe even the underground like stretches further than the actual above ground cities. It'd be interesting to see kind of what mix there is there in the map builds and everything. It'd be, I think it's going to be such a good game. I've really got a feeling that that's going to be really, really fun. Play.
Monkey Foo, this is probably and already answered based upon your user ID, but what kind of character would you play in Beyond Good and Evil 2?
See, the thing, I really want to play like a lizard man or something.
Really?
Like a chameleon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whenever I would talk about
come
it,
again.
Whenever I would talk about it to other people, they would be like, "Oh yeah, you're obviously going to be a ape or something, right?" I'm like, "No, I want to be a lizard."
See, I want to be an ape, some type of ape character. I don't know. Planet of the Apes, the old ones, the new ones, the books. It's all my favorite. Like I love Planet of the Apes. And
I just want to be half flying squirrel. As long as I can be a half flying squirrel, or something else, that would be fine. I'm not even joking though. Can you imagine that? You just like jump off of stuff and like, Batman glide down.
Yeah, the squirrel version of Batman.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for the little ones. They're deadly ones, I tell you. Yeah, it's true.
Are you excited about the Space Monkey report that's going to be on the 24th?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be watching that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the day off of work so we can actually stream it and have a conversation about it and see what they because I'm super excited to hear what the BGE Fest is going to have, and even though I can't go to it, I hope they stream it. I hope they produce some video content for it because that's really cool, man.
They're bound to drop some spicy little tidbits, surely. You just wouldn't you? It's sort of like a con. You've got your main player base there, or potential player base there. It would make sense to kind of give them a little teasery something.
Oh yeah,
it would be really good. They should do that. I hope. Fingers crossed. I'd love to see something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope they address character creation though. Honestly, at this one.
I do too. Because we've seen kind of what you can go through with that like DNA morpher that they showed us. But what I'm more interested in is like customizing like your attire. Like what you can wear and how that's dealt with. Because we've seen obviously there is going to be stuff that you can wear in the game. It's not just the naked character. So I want to see the more of the customization of like things that you could like wear, like coats or pirate coats and stuff like that, like peg legs, things like that.
Maybe it'd be cool to pick it up like as rewards for stuff that you do, kind of clothing and things.
Yeah,
I always thought that was a good way to unlock all the clothing, was to sort of tie that into sort of side missions and things like that.
Right.
Just so that you get a reward for it, and it kind of allows you to look like more unique. And yeah, I think that would be really good.
Yeah. So I'm right there with you, Monkey. I definitely want to see. I hope they expand on that more.
Yeah. Also, congrats on stopping smoking, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
That's my family smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And secondhand is killer. I don't smoke, but secondhand sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations, Cobra.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm doing good so far. I'm not insane. I'm not going crazy. I'm not wanting to
Well, that's a plus. I had to do it by patches. I did it in 1999. I quit in 3 months.
Wow.
I had started when I was 14, and I was 32 when I quit.
Wow. Very good. Very good.
That's what my daughter asked for Christmas. I asked her what she wanted for Christmas. She said, I want you to quit smoking. I said, okay.
Best Christmas gift ever.
We have a question.
Yeah,
from
because I
that
smoked
Atlas,
around her
Galactus
before I understood
99
about
guy
second.
in the chat. And will this game include single player or just multiplayer?
Is that for
Beyond Good and Evil? I think. Yeah.
If that's for Beyond Good and Evil 2, there's going to be like a co-op. I think they said something like 4 people.
I think it'd be good, especially if they're sort of hand freighted the cities. I think.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really nice.
If you're talking about Identity, it's going to be massively multiplayer.
That's all it is. It's a multiplayer game.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
Identity.
That's 100% all it is. Like, if there's a fire, you better hope that somebody in that server is wanting to roleplay as a firefighter, because he's going to have to come and put it out. But they did say that there was going to be sort of like a default kind of thing to where, say there's a server where nobody wants to play a firefighter. Nobody. Well, there'll be like a rescue kind of thing that steps in. The game will step in and take care of it if nobody decides to do it.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be a volunteer fire, of course. We can all just volunteer on the spot.
I think what would be really cool for Identity, and really cool gameplay, is to live out in the woods and be a hermit and come in and be like a little serial killer. Just like kill people. The police would be looking for you, the detectives, because you can play a detective. They'll actually come looking for you. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Be a fugitive on the run, always. See how long you can survive before they arrest you or kill you.
Cobra, the secret serial killer.
I tell you
can
what,
see it now. It's brilliant.
What would be even really cooler is everybody in the server decided to form a lynch mob and hunt me down, and not just the cops, but
like
literally everybody. Yes, exactly.
Vigilante heroes.
You know how cool of a video that would be? Like, this entire server is after one man, me.
I
kind of cool.
Serial killer.
Oh yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask a question: is Beyond Good and Evil 2 single or multiplayer? I think it's single player.
Oh, it's both, but it's co-op as far as multiplayer.
I think it'd be better focused like that. I think the devs be able to give you a cleaner experience of what that would be like, sort of running around with your half mutant, like animal buddy. You know, can you imagine hanging around with like a shark cross otter or something? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Go and see your rhino cross giraffe guy. It's going to be amazing, that game. That really is going to be awesome. I really cannot wait.
How would a rhino giraffe work?
What's
Cobra?
that? Yeah.
I have to go now. My
Okay,
4-year-old grandson has come in the room and he's needing attention, and he won't wait because he's 4. Attention span's less than 4 minutes.
I act the same way. I'm not 4. I need attention.
I will try to pick you up again next Friday.
Okay, Grammy. Take care.
All right, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye in the chat.
Bye, Grammy.
Talk to you later.
See you.
So, what would you call your serial killer character in the game?
I'd be Cobra.
Details now.
I'd live
You'd be
vicariously with what Cobra's supposed to be. Yeah.
I've got a feeling that would not work quite as well now that you've kind of already explained. You're like the worst villain of all. The guy that explains his evil plan to you before he actually does the.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the dumb villain.
So really, if you just find anybody in the woods, just kill them on sight.
Yeah.
From now on.
Wait! No, don't do that.
Daisy,
Oh gosh, yeah, I can't wait, man. But I feel like we're still so far away from having a complete game for Identity. I mean, we are. They're still working on the Town Square module, and they're going to be releasing this game in modules, so that way people can get in and test them out. And this is just the first module, and they were supposed to release it over a year ago.
Well, sometimes ambitious things take longer to
exactly. Make. Yes.
The
worst thing you could do is rush these guys. You don't want to rush them. There's the thing with the release date. Everybody's always like, yeah, but what's the release date? Don't ask them for a release date, because once they do, they feel pressured and to make that release date. Let them make the game and be excited that they're going to give you updates on what's going on. I think one of the worst things to do is rush a developer.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the Blizzard approach, where it's just going to be out when it's out. Everybody will wait. You'll play the game anyway, so just wait.
Right. Yeah. It'll be out, and the least pressure we give them, the better game we're going to get. So that way they're not going to rush through it, cut corners. So yeah, I mean, with Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'd say probably 2019, 2020, maybe. That's just a best guess. I do know the thing with Beyond Good and Evil 2, the same guys are also working on a game called Wild. I don't know if you guys know what Wild is. It's a pretty ambitious title too, and it was supposed to be released. Well, they were talking about it at 2 E3s and showing off gameplay of Wild, but I think, and the way Michel Ansel said, he said that they were balancing both of the team between Wild and Beyond Good and Evil 2, and both were getting worked on at the same time. But I think that Beyond Good and Evil 2 has become such a monster as far as how big and how ambitious it is. I really think that they kind of put Wild on hold, and they're actually having everybody work on Beyond Good and Evil 2. I could be wrong, but that's just my guess, because we haven't heard anything from Wild for a long, long time.
That is a very interesting prospect as well. It does look really, really cool. I thought it was quite ambitious when they announced it, because you just keep walking, don't you? You just choose a direction and go. Yeah.
Right. Someone's asking if there's a trailer for Wild. Yeah, there is. Let me see if I can pull it up. Wild.
Very pretty as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. All right, so here is somebody who, I guess, wrapped up all the gameplay footage in one video. So let's go ahead and take a look at that while we're sitting here having a conversation. But yeah, Wild, it was something I was like super excited for. It's gigantic. I mean, the world in this game is gigantic, and you can assume any animal that you want to assume. So if you want to play as an eagle, you can, as a shaman, you could possess that eagle's body and just go flying around the world.
Far Cry had a stab at this, didn't they, with their I can't remember the exact one. It was kind of the Stone Age Far Cry.
Far Cry Primal?
That's the one.
Yeah, I played it.
It was right on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, it had a similar kind of thing, but I think Wild looks like it might be able to pull it off in a more kind of believable way.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like. Go
ahead. Primal is one of my favorite Far Cry.
Primal is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the game Wild sounds like, from what you've said, to me it sounds like that, I think it's called Forest, where you play as like an animal on like a quilty looking world. And you have like different animals, and it's literally just a run around with other people, just run around in the world picking up like collectibles and stuff.
If you take a look at the, I don't know if you can see the live stream at the moment, but I've got the gameplay demo playing right now of Wild, where it's showing that there are missions that you can play in the game, or you could just go and do whatever you want. But this particular mission, one of his tribesmen has been bitten by a snake, so he has to go get a particular snake for a antidote, and he has to go see some like snake goddess and some deity, and he's got to possess a hawk, and it's really cool, and the game is absolutely beautiful. But
really is stunning, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't know what the future is of it. I you know, again, as well, I have not been literally looking for information on it for a while. It's just, it's not been popping up. So I kind of just assumed maybe they've focused all their efforts on Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I would imagine. I mean, it is a very, very ambitious project, isn't it, Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Yeah.
They've got a lot of, you know, especially if they want to kind of handcraft some of the sort of definitive public spaces. I would imagine that's going to need a lot of attention for them to sort of hit the you know, the kind of quality level they like to hit with their games.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, this
so
looks awesome, though.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till you see the deity that he has to go see, and here he's going to ride the back of a bear. It's a really, really cool game, man. But yeah, it's the same studio, same guys making Beyond Good and Evil 2.
They do look like they keep pushing the old boundaries, don't they?
Yeah.
What they're going for. It's really, really good. It's lovely to see Devs doing that.
Yeah, they're quite amazing.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can hurry up and look at that scene right there. It's just absolutely awesome. Let me see if I can get to the deity. That's a really cool scene. All right, so here's the...
That reminds me of Ark a little bit, riding the bear. They run really fast.
All right, so in a few minutes, you guys are going to see the reptile deity, and that he's going to get the ability to be able to heal his member of his tribe. I wonder if little kids are watching this, turn away. I mean, that's freaking awesome. I don't care, man. That's awesome. Look how huge she is to him.
Kind of a little bit God of War-esque, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they're still working on Michelle Ansel actually released a statement, I think around E3 of this year, or maybe it was last year, saying that they were splitting their efforts between both games. But again, this E3 they didn't mention Wild, and they usually mention it every E3. So I don't know. I would like to think that they're still working on it.
Yeah,
Snowherd said, "That's a giant woman. I'm in love."
It's cool
It
with
looks
the
cool,
snake
though.
skin graphics and everything. It does look really interesting.
Yeah.
I hope they still are going to push that out at some point. I can see why they'd be sort of focusing just on one or the other game, because they both do seem very ambitious.
Oh, they're
and it'd
very
be hard to sort of like work on both of those things at the same time, wouldn't it?
right. Yeah.
And I really, I definitely like to see this, but I would prefer to see Beyond Good and 2 come out first. Yeah.
The conference, I believe it was E3 of either 2015. It's either 2014 through 2016. But yeah, this is also a PS4 title as well. It's going to be on PS4. All right, guys.
Skeletons. I think that's really cool.
Is there anything you would like to talk about before we kind of end the show?
No, look forward to more interesting games coming soon from Cable TV.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be fun.
What is it?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, that's going to be great. Every time I've uploaded content of Red Dead, they don't strike me, but they like ding me for it. That's really strange.
That is suspicious.
Yeah, I'm excited for the multiplayer of Red Dead 2.
I am too, man. I am too. Red Dead was probably, did you guys ever play Undead Nightmare from Red Dead?
Yeah.
I played it once.
Dude, that game is so creepy. The sounds of those zombies. I remember I was like riding my horse and my horse fell into a trench and there was like tons of them down there. And the sounds and just the eeriness made my skin crawl with goosebumps. Really cool game.
I never really played the first one, but one of my friends had it, and I played like a couple hours on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Dead was really good. Awesome, yeah.
I put a little Star Citizen, but I just decided to wait till they did more developing on that.
Yeah, that's another one that I'm really excited for. They just release like a new Squadron trailer for the single player version of it?
Probably. I haven't followed them too much, but
yeah.
I was waiting for them to release the update 3.0 or something like that, where you can land on planets. Then I would jump back in.
Right.
But it's kind of expensive, I think.
It is. You could buy the game for relatively cheap. Like I think I bought it for like $35 a while back, and I just got like a base ship. And I mean, if you really wanted something really cool, you could spend quite a bit of money trying to buy into Star Citizen, like thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Thousands and thousands, in fact.
I got mine for like $45 for my first ship and played around a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be nice for them to finally like achieve some of the things that they've wanted to do. So I feel the time has got to be nearing for something more to be playable.
Yeah.
So at the moment. It's lovely to see the videos and stuff of what could be possible in the future.
Right.
But it'd be nice to actually see sort of like that happening now, maybe a little bit for people. If I were a backer, I'd kind of want a bit more progress. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you because that's another one of those games that I backed, and I think they're working hard. Don't get me wrong, but my attitude towards backing games, pre-ordering, and day one purchase has completely changed over the years. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind about that, but that's just how I feel now.
You're probably backing the wrong.
Yeah.
I think you kind of like that's just the way that gaming is now. Though the best way to do it is, like you say, to kind of watch someone actually playing it, not the advert essentially that you see,
right?
Kind of at the big game shows or whatever. But when you actually see someone actually sitting there playing it for an hour or two, you really get a feeling for kind of the experience you're likely to have in the game. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a wise purchasing point, isn't it? Yeah.
Cyberpunk looks pretty good. 2077.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. That's a very exciting game.
Yep.
Be nice to get like dates and stuff of when that's likely to be, or at least like a window of kind of when we're going to expect it.
Yeah.
Because I can honestly see that pushing. Like, I don't know if it can be that good on PlayStation 4. I'm sorry, and I shouldn't say that, really, but
Well,
I don't.
We're pretty much at the point where PlayStation 4 is almost out the window. You know, I mean, with the next gen consoles are right around the corner.
It's got to be, haven't they? We've got to be
yeah.
seeing PS5 in a minute, you know?
I really think they wanted to do it sooner. But I think the next gen consoles are right around the corner, and I think a lot of the games that we've seen at E3 are going to be PS5 and Xbox 2, whatever they're going to call it now, games. So I don't know. We'll see. But I think we're at the precipice. The current consoles are almost expired.
Yeah. It'd be really interesting to see the capabilities of new PS5. I've got to admit that sounds pretty exciting to me. Because PS4 was pretty good.
Kingdom Hearts 3 for my PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and shut it down for now. And then hopefully I'll be ready for the rebranded show tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Friday. We were still trying to get it worked out and get it done. But Monkey, thank you so much for coming on the show, buddy. I really appreciate it. And it's been a pleasure having you on, dude.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice to meet y'all.
And Josiah, thank you, dude, for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And Monkey, be on the lookout. It'll probably be about maybe half a week to a week, and we'll have that video up for the Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Nice. Yeah.
All right.
Like, I have notifications and everything. Like.
Awesome. Very awesome. And do you upload any content, Monkey?
Some from my PS4, but I haven't uploaded in like 2 months.
All right. Well, in the chat there, go ahead and say check my channel out or whatever. Don't anybody that's in the chat, you guys can advertise your YouTube channels as much as you want. I don't consider that spam. So whenever you want to, just say, hey, check out my YouTube channel. I upload. Subscribe. You guys are allowed to do that. I love it when you guys do that. So feel free to do that if you want to, bud.
Yeah, sure. All
right. And that's the show, guys. We'll come back with the rebranded show. I promise it'll be done by Friday. And we'll see what's going on. And as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV. And I'll see everybody next time. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you.